stuff, so...
Maybe
All
eventually.
right, this time I started early on you, Chuck. Now I have the power. Welcome to the Blackheart King. I am, again, at the controls. I have been the entire time, but whatever. But
You're the puppet master.
Yes, I'm Paul Palmer, the DM, the puppet master, the game master, the big
I
god.
thought you called yourself the Game Master, which is equally accurate.
Also true, very true. We just went to Pride. But with me is Gus.
I'm eating pizza, sorry.
Gus,
Hi.
the harmonic robot. Ray. Ray. I'm gonna punch you.
Stop.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
I can't believe you've done this.
Ray plays...
Relax.
Oh yeah, by the way.
Don't.
Gus plays Rurik Fireforge. And I almost said that his name was Rurik Stonehenge. Which is the new character that we'll be introducing. His
me.
evil twin brother from Earth 2.
It's me, Ricky Rockarch.
Okay. And...
Simon
Ray.
Skydriller
Yeah, Simon
is the
Skydriller.
person I play in this fantasy adventure.
And my dad, Chuck Palmer. Who,
Hi. I am Amadonus.
Yeah.
No, you're Chuck.
I'm Chuck, playing Amadonus.
You play... I'm not Amadonus, but I play one on TV.
But I play one on TV.
Yeah.
Alright.
Which, I can tell you the history and the origin of the name.
Oh yeah? Please tell us.
Yeah, actually, let's get some meta lore in here.
Yeah.
Some metalore. So, Amadonus is the root of which Amadon is my grandfather's middle name. And I'm named after him except for that. So my name is Charles Andrew Palmer. He was Charles Amadon Palmer. And there's always been this mystery in our family about what Amadon means.
What the fuck is Amadon?
We couldn't tell if it was like surname or whatever. So I thought it would be a good... There's more to that story, but I'll tell it later.
Tell it in our secret podcast.
Yeah.
Secret bonus podcast.
Our bonus episode, The Blackheart King Missives. I don't have a clever name.
Okay, so anyway, because there's a mysterious component to the name,
Oh.
That's why you haven't written any character backstory.
I have written a character backstory. I went over it with you.
Yeah, I know.
You know it.
Yes. You explained
He
it
has
in
this
the car.
mysterious background,
Yeah. All right. So.
a mysterious quest that he doesn't want to share with his compatriots.
Or the DM. But
I told you what it was, and you like poo-pooed it or something.
You poo-pooed it because you thought it was too similar to someone else's.
No, that was when we were beginning because I wanted to be a sorcerer, and you were like, no, those guys are
Okay,
going to
no,
whatever. So
We're
'cause
both
I wanna
thinking
be-
of different events.
I want to be
Just-
magical.
Let's start this thing.
But
You should just make it Superman's backstory.
He's the
nope.
Imagine if Superman looked like my dad.
Hey, what's so funny about that?
Just like, I'm imagining you
Superman
fighting...
be lucky to look like me.
Sure.
I
I'm
need
imagining
popcorn.
you fighting like Luthor or...
Pack a punch.
How do you know that Superman isn't your dad?
Yeah.
That's his secret identity.
Yeah.
Secret identity.
He just got shorter and fatter and lost a
Um,
hip. And
I
lost
have-
all of his abilities.
I'm part cyborg.
No, when he takes off his glasses, he actually looks exactly like Superman.
Yeah.
Transmorgify.
Yeah. Anyway, last episode, you guys fought Plasholdir,
Oh yeah.
the rubbery monster man who might have not been human.
The big
I'm
thing
not even
Who
sure.
ate the gum fruit.
Yeah.
No, he
And
wasn't.
became a man completely made of rubber.
He ate the person who ate the gum fruit.
He bored Luffy.
God.
Oh, stop bringing that
I'm
stuff up.
sorry.
The two of you both.
Anyway, so, and I just want to rehash the way you killed him. First, Amadonus melted his face a lot. Then
I also
Simon melted his face with an acid ball. Then Rurik started grappling his back. Then Simon started drowning him in his own sweat. Then
was
I'm
a
pretty
good
sure.
time.
Then
That was gross.
Then Rurik started struggling towards the edge of the pit. Then Simon did a sick bird flying kick into his gut and sent him flying.
Yeah.
You guys are also trapped inside the slave place, though.
We're still trapped in the slave place.
But you have your equipment back, so
Yeah.
you have your equipment
I
back.
have my equipment back.
And you have just been tasked by, I believe Dorian told you.
I need to get on with
Did you
the
get
quest.
Dorian back out? Do you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dorian tells you that there is a way out back down in the temple that you walked into a bit. So yeah, that's the situation.
Yeah, I'm
It's
pretty-
me, Dorian, hello.
I'm pretty sure we agreed to start heading back through that little door.
The
And-
Necrosis Atmani, yeah.
Yeah.
Dorian.
Dorian the
Go
Mad,
ahead.
some called me.
So we agreed to go back through that little doorway that led deeper into the temple thing.
Yeah, oh, also, people consider Amadonus their heel grandpa now.
They're what?
Your heel grandpa.
Heel grandpa.
Heal, heel grandpa.
Some
Because
people
I heal people.
You heal a lot of people.
and some people are afraid of you, and they're like, "Whoa, heel grandpa." What
And some people think that you're an evil wrestler and you're heel grandpa.
Like Heel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a wrestling term.
Got it.
Rurik,
So
you have
multicultural.
found a newfound respect for Sven the half-dwarf due to your 7-year locked struggle with him.
Hey, it was a long fight, but
It was a long arm wrestling
in the
match.
end, I won. So
Well, you only won because he was scared of Plasholdir, and then
It-
Plasholdir wrestled the fuck out of you.
a win's a win.
Wrestled.
Wrestled.
Hey, I beat him in an arm wrestling competition too.
That's right.
Plas?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I beat him.
Oh yeah. Then he did that shit to you. Then, Simon, you have a small cult.
I do.
A small cult.
Do the people
Yeah.
not care about me at all?
I mean,
Simon's
you
a
were,
cult leader.
you were cool, but you didn't really build a lot of awe when you were screaming for like an hour.
Wait. So he has a cult, and the people that think I'm their heel
The
grandpa
people
are
like
they the
you.
same people?
No.
Different
Like, okay,
sects.
everybody's just sort of seeing you as a grandfather figure now.
That's reassuring. Okay.
Well, they like you. You're chill and you help them.
Okay.
And they'd probably visit you if you were, like, alone. Probably. I mean, if you're going to
Nice
call them...
perspective.
They probably
They would visit you if you were alone. All right.
That's what old people like.
They do. Okay, for the record, dear listener, I am 53. I'm not like 73, okay?
Yeah, well, you're pretty old for some of these people. They're, like...
All right.
There's not really any more Aarakocra after what happened. And
Well,
Oh,
except we don't really have an audience yet, so...
Are you the last airbender?
I am.
No, he's not the last bird man in existence.
I'm the last member of an extinct species.
His father was the only other one, and then
in the mine.
he died. You're the last
I
bird
am the
one.
last of my species in this
in
particular
this-
area, enclosed in this cave, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, so,
In this geographic location.
within this cave system.
So we
Anyway.
head towards the place with the thing.
And here we go.
Yeah, you guys make your way back. Okay. You guys make your way back down the spiral. Carefully, Rurik prepares you for the horrific sight of what happened to Plasholdir.
Oh yeah.
I tell everyone it's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
You vomited upon seeing it,
No, I made my con save.
but you did something else later and then failed that.
I don't remember
Like,
exactly
you
what
searched
happened.
through his remains for something. That's when you got the con save. But another
And I
time you
made it.
vomited.
When?
I can go over the-
I don't remember
I can
when,
go over the
but I
audio.
remember you vomiting. Ray will confirm.
Maybe.
But yeah, Rurik does prepare you slightly by saying, it's not that bad, but you know, you make it.
voice. Rurik.
It's me, Scooby-Doo! Okay.
You may find it unpleasant, but it wasn't that bad at all for me.
Once you guys do see what happened, I'm not going to make you do like 3 con saves just for a minor joke thing, but you do feel a little vile.
You know what?
even
I'm gonna
Rurik.
do a con save.
Yeah, you know what? You might.
I got a hold on. Plus Constitution plus 2. I got a 16.
So you're saving your constitution?
Alright, a con save is like for poisons or seeing something like nauseous or like debilitating or...
But remember, I can help that.
Well, you can, but this
I have
isn't
a
like
catalog.
this isn't a serious issue. It's a minor like detail.
I can purify food and drink.
Unless you plan on eating Plasholdir, I don't think that's going to help.
Sounds like a good idea to me.
I have a shield of faith.
Okay, just
Faith shoe.
Well, Rourke looks at everyone and
that's like feeling sick, and I was like, "Oh, I saw worse in the war."
Did you?
Okay.
Yes, he did.
Okay.
Way worse.
No, the war was fucked up, but it's not quite Whaleman spread across the lower layer of a mine fucked up.
Speaking
I
of...
mean, Rurik saw it. He believes his own
Rourke
eyes.
saw it. It wasn't real, but he saw it.
Rourke saw it, and it was real to him. It's like, you can't second guess that. I have no idea what you guys are talking
The
about.
Senatus had some very good illusion mages.
Yeah.
And he just took it like a champ.
No,
He did.
He had like very low perception at the time, but he had very high constitution and such. So whenever he saw like a horrific thing, he just powered through it, but completely believed it was real.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So you
Okay.
are back down at the Necrosis Atmani and the entrance thing into Dorian's little chamber thing,
Okay.
and he says, "I mean, there's probably not a lot interesting for the first few bits of the old temple. You may find that most of the traps and such face the other way, because I was supposed to be the big thing it was built to contain, I guess. Assholes put me in a fucking room for 20,000 years!"
Alright, I'm gonna roll a perception check.
Okay. To perceive what?
Something. I don't know.
Well, okay, let me say what room you're in.
Okay, I got a 17.
You're... Okay. You are in the room where you found Dorian and fought a skeleton and Sven's corpse... Not Sven, Tobal, the orc guy who died. His
Okay.
corpse is still here.
Okay.
It doesn't have its head.
Can I root through...
Well, I'm not done. So,
You just stop in the middle
I
of...
stopped because I was taking a bite of popcorn. Jeez.
Oh, jeez!
Start eating in the middle of the
Anyway,
sentence.
so the hallway down, the darkness of the hallway is too heavy for you to actually see what's going on
I
down there.
have dark vision.
I light a torch.
It's just a very far hallway.
Okay.
I don't think dark vision works if you have a torch. Also,
Oh,
I
wait,
don't know.
I also have dark vision. Never mind.
Yeah.
Amadonus can't see, though.
I have a guiding bolt.
I don't think that would be very helpful.
Every time
I was going to say stuff
Yeah.
so you guys can have something to laugh at, okay?
every time we
I
bring
have
you
no
up,
idea
are you
what
just
this
gonna?
is.
Okay.
Cast Guiding Bolt, and it'll lead us to the correct path.
Won't the guiding bolt light up?
Well,
Yeah.
It's a
and
guiding
presumably-
bolt.
well,
Can it
okay.
guide us?
Yes, but
And
it would guide towards your goal, and
No,
Is
Guiding
it-
Bolt does not do that.
Yeah.
It's an attack.
But in the
It's a big
fiction
ol'
that we're
spooky magic
crafting-
beam.
you don't know what Dorian wants down here.
Alright.
Well, who
Yo,
cares?
Dorian, what do you want down here?
Dorian is just silent.
Okay.
What way do we go?
Dorian's an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was a slaving
Is he
necromantic
like-
warlord.
Hey,
Is he
Dorian,
like our-
none of us know what we're doing down here. Where?
Listen, I just please get me away from the runes. And with that 17 from earlier,
Okay.
you realize that the runes around this room are designed to contain necromantic energy. Like these are actually, you don't know from what religion, but they are religious things.
Okay.
These
Probably
are like.
from like some conversations you had with Amadonus at one point.
So is
Yeah,
this
it was a
room
secret
like
conversation.
a microwave of necromancy?
No, it's the
Am I
literal
turning dead
opposite.
undead
no,
as we
it's,
speak?
Okay, it's the literal opposite. It's a microwave of holy energy that was containing Dorian.
Huh.
It may be that this is why I'm just a head that can talk now, but they really, really wanted to keep me down here.
Are we in
Just
the
get me
Holy
out of the
Holies?
room, okay?
Okay.
Are we in the Holy of Holies?
No, you're in the unholy of unholies. It's just this room was like, I don't want him getting out, so
The Holy of Unholies?
whatever. I guess.
Wait. So
That like term, I thought it wasn't real the first time I heard of it.
Holy of
unholy?
holy?
Yeah, no, because it's a real place where like all the super like religious artifacts are held, and it's like a little tiny room, and they call it the Holy of Holies because it's a little hole that all the treasures are stored in, or something.
Oh.
No, I don't.
Like in
think
real
it's-
life?
I don't-
That's a true. That's a
Like in real life?
I don't think
Yeah,
it's
that's the
called
real-
the Holy of Holies
It
because
is.
it's a holy.
Yeah, it is. That's
It's not like wall-e, it's just the use of the term.
yeah. I
Holy
thought
Holies?
it sounded so silly to me that I didn't think it was real, but it's
Okay,
real.
I-
Kind of like how a meteor, how
Whatever,
space
whatever, we're getting
rock
off
that
track.
turns out to not be a meteorite is called a meteor wrong.
we're getting off track. I want to do this episode.
Boom.
No, that's not even a joke.
Yeah,
that's
that's real.
an
That
actual
is real.
thing.
That is
Wait,
and
what?
it's,
A meteor
it's amazing.
If you there,
That's
okay,
an
I'm getting off
actual-
track with you, but I am confirming. Anyway, so the next area is this
fun
hallway, and you see even more of these runes, but they have actually faded from the years.
Okay.
And yeah, so there's also, as you walk down this very dark hallway with a torch, I guess,
Spookalicious.
there is a bunch of bones.
Okay, so these are going to come up and
Well,
materialize and attack us.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm not
I'm
saying there's an
calling
entire
it.
skeleton, but it's like there's a femur and part of a skull. And the skeleton that you beat earlier, you had to step over that.
They're just going to reform.
It's gonna turn
Well, you
into
broke
a
the soul gem for that
a
skeleton.
big old skeleton.
Like Ow. Like a Stall child in Legend of Zelda.
You mean a Stalfos?
That might be one of them.
Anyway, so as you're going down, Dorian is pretty silent, less boisterous, seems to be looking around. Where are you holding him?
He's in my bag.
Oh. Well, he's quiet because he's in your bag.
Well, I mean, like I have it open so I can peer in and like look at him.
Okay,
And he
well,
can breathe, right?
Yeah.
well, he doesn't
Well,
need to. He's a
skeleton.
skull.
Is he a sentient skull?
He's been talking.
Yes,
to
he's a skull with a soul gem thing on his forehead, a black
But he doesn't
opal.
need to breathe.
Okay, let me explain. The gem on his
We
forehead.
need to aerate the black opal.
Anyway, so there's a gem on his head that's a black opal that has his soul in it, and that's like animating the skull.
Okay. So,
He is
Phylactery.
he's essentially the gem controlling the skeleton.
so he doesn't necessarily need to breathe. So if we need to throw him underwater to help us, we could do that.
He can't do anything. You know that, right?
I'm learning.
He can talk.
He can talk, and that's about it. Like, and if you touch his gem with your forehead, control your body for a bit.
Okay.
He needs a body to move.
That's an interesting piece of information that we can put aside and use
You
later.
know, well, you remembered that. Okay, the characters would remember
that
that
thing happened
because that
to
happened
Simon.
when Simon he took control of Simon for a second to
If
put
we
himself
make
in his
him-
bag.
If we make him a magic body, like
If you make him a body out of like mage stuff that you would usually be controlling, he won't be able to.
pop it on top of a construct.
No.
What?
Like an idea on top of a
Make-
construct.
No,
Make
the
it a-
cons-
I don't
He's a
see why we would
robo
need to
undead.
make him a body.
Because
He's
he's got to get his new 1,000-year reign.
He's pretty settled in my bag.
We got to.
also,
Sorry.
if just, okay,
I helped make that happen. I'm sorry, wait.
yeah.
Paul.
So,
His
Paul,
new
yeah.
reign must
The
start.
more tangents we go on, the better.
So as you go into this hallway, eventually it opens up to a very large hall with a lot of rotted wooden tables all over the place. They,
Can we get to the new part? Everything's old and rotted. It's kind of icky. Go
well,
ahead.
it's 20,000 years old,
All right.
like you,
oh,
Ooh, snap, burn.
like you and your fashion sense.
Scorch. Ooh. Wait, what? You giving me fashion jokes?
Yes, me mocking your fashion choices,
Alright.
Mr. Bright Camo dress shirt.
excuse me.
Oh, it's the coolest fucking thing you've ever seen. Let's go. Come on.
That sounds cool to me.
We're gonna have to have a fashion off.
Believe me, it wasn't. But anyway, very large dining hall area. You can see skeletons and bones that were probably not animals. They were just the cuts of meat from animals, like legs of cows, and
A haunch.
there's a haunch bone in there.
Okay.
Simon, your eyes zoom in on a haunch bone.
Hold
and,
on.
And you whisper under.
Let me roll for haunch. That's a 14.
You transform into a haunch of meat and die instantly.
Amazing.
Anyway,
Simon has haunch proclivities.
so if
I have
you
a
guys,
+3
if you
to
guys,
haunch.
if you guys would like to make any perception checks or investigation checks,
Okay.
I'm gonna
or
do one of
checks of
those.
any,
I guess I will look around the room.
I got a 15 this time.
I
15,
got
14.
15.
I got a 9-6.
9-6.
9.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
I don't know what that
you
means.
guys do peer around the room, maybe like move around near where the doorway was, and Simon and Rurik, you suddenly notice a giant fucking skeleton.
Wow.
Just outside of where your vision could see, there was a skeleton that appears to be about 17 feet tall. It is humanoid, looks humanoid, but it's just proportionally massive.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not moving. It's not like attacking you, but you can you can
So it's
see.
just like the skeleton of a giant.
Well, you can't tell that because you didn't get a good enough check.
Judging by
But it's
the proportion
it's
of
a very
the head
large
is-
skeleton.
I mean, I would like to know.
Hey, are
I
you
get a
looking-
+2 to
I'm looking up
perception.
like my stuff.
Okay. Was that a +2 to the roll or a +2 to?
+2 to perception.
Okay, fine. You can tell it's a giant, but
Nice.
it is a giant, or was a giant. Now it's a skeleton.
It was at one point a giant.
But it's not moving. It's just staring at you, and it doesn't seem very.
Is it upright?
Yeah, it's standing upright, just sort of swaying slightly and looking at you.
It's just kind of
May I try to perceive a gem on it?
Yes, you can. You got a 14, right?
15.
15. Okay. You can't see a gem, but do you check your bag?
Sure.
For like what Dorian has to say on
Yeah,
this
sure.
shit?
Dorian's
Yo,
making monsters
Dorian!
already.
There's a big boy over here.
Oh, wow. Okay, that thing was a very failed experiment. It seems pretty threatening, right? Like 17 feet tall, giant, creepy skeleton.
I would say it's about 18 feet, but go on.
Actually, it's only got 2 feet. But I can't do the movement. Anyway,
The drum set hasn't been invented yet.
what the fuck is a drum set? That's just how we ended jokes in my time. Badumtish.
Yeah.
Anyway, we tried to make a super soldier thing. Everybody likes seeing giants run across battlefields. It's very satisfying, you know? So we wanted to do that. And then it didn't work. I think some asshole mixed up the cow soul gems with the warrior soul gems, and
Oh, it's a big cow?
yeah, it's a big cow.
Aww.
It's like we're playing Skyrim over here.
We stuck a giant
Soul
gem
gems.
full of cow souls inside its skull.
Why would you need undead cows?
We might want undead milk.
Yeah. Zombie milk.
Or undead meat.
I mean,
We were into some fucked up shit, dwarf.
I
Zombie
wonder
milk
how you would
juice.
do that with a skeleton.
zombie cereal water.
You don't want to know.
The marrow from the bone.
Okay, actually, his aunt. Do you ask him how they did that?
I mean, no.
Well, the answer is necromancy can offer many amazing powers that some would call unnatural.
I mean,
Creepy.
necromancy in its whole is unnatural.
Yeah.
But it's got romance in it, so there's some. There's
Yeah,
some,
necromance.
You can revive
Necro-
well,
corpses
it's like
by
just
smooching them.
necking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Smooch a skeleton.
Smooch
I rolled
the
to seduce the skeleton.
Oh.
I rolled a nat 1.
Okay, Rurik, you have this idea of if you can possibly seduce this giant hulking beast, because to get it on your side to help you fight, you start to walk all sultry, trip over a bone, fall face first into a
And
pile of bones.
I enrage it and it starts attacking.
No, you fall face first into a pile of bones, and then your pants fall off,
Aw.
and it sees your butt,
And
it
all of your
just-
teeth fall out.
So you're face first in a giant pile of bones. Your belt has somehow come undone. When you check, it was actually caught on a skeleton hand. Pervy skeletons. And you are face first, ass facing this cow skeleton, and the giant skeleton turns away from you.
Okay.
It doesn't like you.
That was
Is that because
Simon.
Is that
that
because?
was a failed joke.
yeah.
Simon.
Is that all because he rolled a 1?
yes.
Wow,
Roll,
that's-
natural
Simon.
one. Okay. Just
Go.
rolls to seduce the skeleton. It's a
Why are we seducing the skeleton?
plus
don't
2,
know.
16.
It's a joke.
okay.
It's a meme.
I'm gonna say instead of seducing it, you're trying to make friends with it.
No,
because
I'm seducing the skeleton.
It's cows. You're trying to seduce cows.
Yes. That's the
A
point.
bunch of cows,
Many
Ray.
cows
Oh.
in
I
a
know.
big old giant skeleton.
Actually, this is
Describe to me what you do.
Alright. He walks up and then he winks and does like a clicking bird noise
a little shoulder nudge.
and like
Wink, wink,
finger
nudge, nudge.
guns. He's like, "Hey," and that's what he does.
Hey!
Hey!
I'm going to take 2 from your roll for that very shitty seduction.
No!
Well, it's not even enough anyway.
It's not even how that works.
Our new goal is to throw this campaign off the rails as much as we can.
Yeah.
Alright, well, the giant skeleton does not respond to you, but at least it didn't turn away from your horrible failure.
Okay.
As you guys are trying to fuck a cow skeleton giant, not you, Amadonus, you're just sort of hanging back
why would we
watching
do
these
that?
two be... I don't know why they're doing it.
Okay, fine.
You guys are weird.
Dorian
Can I
pipes
roll
up,
again?
What the actual fuck are either of you doing?
Can I roll again to
That's
befriend
cows!
the
I'm
cow
not even
skeleton?
into that.
Can I roll again to befriend the cows?
Well, before you can
Yes.
attempt another friend seduction, you hear rattling,
Okay, rattle, rattle.
and there's 2 skeletons.
Rattle, rattle.
They seem to be the same kind of skeletons as the one you fought earlier.
I rolled to seduce
Wait,
one of the skeletons.
I have a question.
Yes.
Does this mean that there's, like, skeletons of cows that are instilled with the souls of giant warriors?
They did that once as a joke, but it actually killed 3 people.
Alright.
Okay, I roll.
Now that that's clear.
I roll to befriend the big giant cow man.
Okay, but you're gonna go last in the order if you try to do
Okay,
this.
if I roll it for initiative first. Do 1 roll for initiative.
Just okay. Everybody roll for initiative.
1 roll for cow friend.
That's a d20.
I got a 9.
That's a 13.
I have a 14.
Oh, jeez.
Is there anything you add to that?
Is there?
Wouldn't it be the dex?
Your initiative.
It's dexterity.
Wait,
Your
where,
initiative bonus.
where is that?
Is that
Oh,
a
I
two?
have an initiative bonus of 0.
Okay,
So
say
I have an initiative bonus of 0.
Wow.
everybody say
Well,
your
I
thing
asked.
again.
13.
14.
13.
Okay.
13. Hey, in case you were wondering, it was the 13.
Okay. 14.
14.
I got a 13.
Okay.
I got a 9.
I got a 13.
Okay, so it's a skeleton, Amadonus, Simon, Rurik, then a skeleton.
Okay.
Neato.
Real fucking neato.
Fucking neato.
Anyway, so the first skeleton is up, and it starts running towards you, Amadonus, and it's going to attack.
Yeah, I'm going to use my battle axe. I
Okay.
have 128 slashing.
What?
What?
That's what it says.
Okay. Well,
No, 1d8.
one.
I was about to say.
128.
Jesus Christ!
Guaranteed 128
My
damage.
I put all of my character's stats into strength. He's a massive muscles without a mind. But okay, so the skeleton runs at you and
Fucking
takes
blast
2 different
damage.
attacks at you. The first one misses horribly because it also it trips over the same bone you tripped over, Rurik. And by the way, because of that one, you're prone at the start of this.
Alright.
It trips over one of the bones as it runs at you. These things cobbled together from between a bunch of the tables. Trips on one of the bones and completely misses a swing with a roll of 4. But the next one, it rolled a 20. So let me just find the stat block I made for these things. But that means it's going to do double damage to you. Okay, so 2d6, that is 4d6. 5, 6, 4, 5. It does 20 damage to you.
Oh, no.
Wow. That could kill me in 1 hit.
Yeah.
That's all I have is 20.
How much health did you have?
I have a hit point. Is that the hit point?
Yeah, hit
Yeah.
points.
I have 20.
Oh, so
Yeah, so
time to make
this...
some death saves.
Yeah. So, Amadonus, you don't even get a
TPK.
chance to react. This is a flurry of just insane blows. Before you can even think about what's happening, you're on the ground, just like...
Unconscious?
Well, you're bleeding pretty heavily. This is...
He would be unconscious now.
Unconscious, yeah, but...
Well, that's the way to start an encounter.
Yep!
Just
But-
runs up and knocks him the fuck
So I can't
out.
really like do anything, right? Because
Well,
I
you
can't
have to
cure my own wounds.
Okay, so how did death saves work again?
On his turn, every time he has to roll a d20. If it's higher than 10, he gets a point in living. If it's lower than 10, he gets or if it's 10 or lower, he gets a point in dying.
If he
And
gets-
whichever one he gets 3 in first happens.
Okay. So now it is Simon's turn. 'Cause
So every time it's my turn, I roll one, and if
Yeah.
I need to get one.
Actually, it is your turn now, so roll a d20.
Okay, so if it's above 10,
You
I get one
a life save.
of 1 life point, and if I get below 10, it's
One
one
death
point.
Yeah.
And either,
So
yeah. So it is a 2, so I have 1 death point.
so you put it in the failures.
And if
Okay.
if one of you guys want to take your turn to stabilize him,
Rurik knows no medicine.
okay, Simon, it's your turn if you want to try and help.
Simon also knows no medicine, but he can certainly try his best unless he has...
Wait, do you guys have health potions on you?
Rurik does!
I might.
You
He
do,
has-
yeah. You
he
bought
should
a
have
lot.
3.
3 potions of healing. I could try. I could toss one
Oh,
over
wow.
to Simon.
So that is a way to save from a death throw.
Alright, but...
You can heal the person with magic or with some sort of save the dying.
Spare the-
Dad, you do
spare
have
the
save the spare the dying, whatever.
But
If you were alive, if you weren't the dying, you could help the person who
You could
was.
spare the you.
Yeah, but I can't because I'm done.
Have you tried astral projecting? But so now it is Simon's turn.
Alright,
Remember,
gonna-
hit the gems on the swords.
yeah, I'm gonna...
run past me, snatch a health potion, and then that was.
I could do that.
I'm not going to use my turn to. I'm going to use my turn to smack some skeletons with
Okay.
my axe.
Do I want to make...
I don't want my father to die.
I mean, yeah.
But I'm not really your father in this. Or am I?
Ooh.
No.
Are you the father of a god?
Are
the
you
father
fa-
of God.
Are you the father of the universe?
Well, in
That's
Amadonus'
a part of his
backstory,
mysterious
This
backstory.
mysterious backstory.
his quest to find his family and find balance.
He must become one with the universe.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's such a good.
How
and balance
far
and
is...
balance the components of himself.
How far is Rurik?
Rurik is face down, ass up in a pile of bones, about like 10 feet away from you.
Okay,
Can I roll something to so
He's
Rurik
at
can
the-
pull his pants up?
so yeah.
Rurik has to do that himself.
I-
You're dead.
Oh.
I run
Or die.
over.
I'm gonna roll
I run
for
over
pants.
to Rurik and I rifle through his pockets and I grab a healing potion.
Okay.
But it does, you don't have
Now
the presence of mind to pull his pants up?
Nah.
Actually, Simon, you lower his pants.
Yeah,
slightly.
I lower his pants.
You lower
I
his-
tie his shoelaces together.
Nerd.
Do you actually?
Yes, that's he
I
spends
do.
his
I
action.
do.
Okay.
Simon would do that.
Okay, if you do that, you can't heal Amadonus because you spent your action
Worth
tying his shoes
Worth
together.
it. Worth it.
It would be worth it.
It's worth it.
Okay, so now you
Okay.
have a health potion and
Sure.
have further debilitated Rurik. Rurik,
Oh,
you're gonna
no.
have. It's your turn now, Rurik. So.
All right. Rook gets up, fails to realize his shoelace has been tied together,
And your pants are still down.
and then tries to swing at the skeleton that fell right over him. What?
No, okay, yeah, that skeleton did. Well, that skeleton also ran over to got to Amadonus right after, and then did a fucking, samurai attack. He did that thing where he had the sword on his hip and then slashed through Amadonus, and then Amadonus fell over.
Now Amadonus' soul is trapped in the sword.
No,
We
but
can't save him.
there's already a soul in the sword. That's what makes it move.
Amadonus is not the
No,
skeleton.
anyway. So,
Rourke stands up, pulls up the pants, and tries to run over to the skeleton and falls over.
okay, you are prone once again.
Yes.
And are just laying at the feet of this other skeleton who looks down at you. Now, the skeleton that hasn't done anything yet wants to get in on the action. He runs at Simon, and he will take his 2 attacks. He rolled a 10.
A 10 to hit?
He rolled 2 10s.
Oh, well, he doesn't hit.
So first he swings at your right and just completely fucking misses. Then he dodges around a bit, then swings at your left and completely misses again.
I don't know. I like to think that Simon is just a fucking badass and dodged both of them expertly.
Well, you did dodge pretty well, but also these skeletons seem to be out of practice. Or
From 20,000 years of
nothing. Literally just laying on the ground. But also, you get a feeling that they aren't at peak efficiency.
Again, because they've been laying
because
around
they've
for
been laying around.
20,000 years.
Like if you don't turn on your car for like a year, it's gonna sputter.
It's not gonna work.
Yeah. So that's it. That's what the skeleton does. He shrugs at you and goes,
I don't know.
If you feel like if a skeleton could give a wistful, suicidal smile, that's what you would be receiving right now.
Aw.
So now it's the first skeleton's turn,
Guess I'll die.
and it turns towards, and it looks down at you, Rurik, and it's going to roll. Is there anything for attacking a prone person?
You get advantage.
Okay. 19.
The prone person gets advantage?
No, I roll twice for
He gets
each attack.
advantage to hit.
What's your AC again?
14.
Okay, wow. Both of the attacks hit.
Okay.
So you're essentially getting crit right now.
Wait, so they
One-
get 2 attacks?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have 2 attacks.
They
Okay.
have multi-attack.
You only take 10 damage.
Nice.
You got extremely lucky.
Yeah.
So this
I
one,
did.
this time, the skeleton lifts you up, unproning you, and then just like slices at your chest, and you barely manage to get your beard out of the way before it cuts at you.
Thank goodness my beard is safe.
Yeah, so you are
My
kind
throat may have been slashed, but my beard's okay.
Yeah, you are hurting, but you're fine.
My beard, as long as my
Oh wait,
beard is
now
together.
now Amadonus, you're gonna make your second save.
My second roll to see if I can save myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See if you die.
10.
Wow.
Is that up or down?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it's down.
So it's another failure.
That's another failure.
So I guess Simon's gonna run over
now
to
Simon,
Amadonus.
Simon, you take your turn and you rush on over.
Yeah, he's gonna rush on over and
Rush on over.
he's gonna just
Okay, quick question, Amadonus, what position did you fall in?
A very simple Christ-like.
Oh yeah.
You fell like a sack of bricks into the Christ position on the ground. You are lazy Christ.
So Simon's gonna come over and like gingerly lift his head up and like cradle it in his lap and like uncork it and then just jam it into
And then
his
pour
mouth.
it into his nostrils.
Wait, uncork what?
the
The
healing
healing
potion he
potion.
took from.
Oh, okay.
When you remember when
I
he
was like, I thought
tied
you were
up
going to uncork my
Rurik's
head.
shoes?
Okay.
It turns out you're Beer Man.
I'm actually a
Actually,
canter.
Potions of healing only need to be applied to the skin.
Yeah, just
Seriously?
rub it.
No. Just
'Cause
pour
I'm
it on his
I'm
face.
imagining
Pour
just.
it all over his face and
Oh,
rub it
I'm
in.
hurt. And then you pour a potion of healing all
No,
over
you
your
just
face.
smash
It's like
the glass
fucking
on your
Resident
face.
Evil
Wait,
7,
does
just
he need
pour
to-
it all over your arm.
Does he need to roll to see how effective it is?
Yeah, I have to find it right quick.
I think because Rurik owned it, Rurik needs to roll.
Sure.
Roll,
Yeah, Rurik, how good
roll
was
how
it?
it heals.
Okay, let me just find it. Potion of healing. Okay.
Anything will bring you back, by the way, Dad. Just-
Yeah,
alright.
you'll be conscious again. You get 7 hit points.
Wow!
So, okay. Go back up to
But
7.
now Simon is.
Does that mean that
before-
my failures are erased?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Now, Amadonus, it is your turn.
To die again.
Yeah. Well, you can attack now.
Brought
You
back
can
to
do
life to die again.
I mean, Simon, you help him up, right? Or do you just pour it into his throat?
No, I actually tie his shoelace.
Seriously?
So one of my 128 slashings, I'm going to swing at Smart Alec over here.
Okay,
Oh,
no, I
You're
don't
gonna
tie his
attack.
shoelaces
You're gonna
together.
attack. Okay.
No.
I don't tie his shoelaces together.
If you did, Dorian would think you have some sort of fetish.
We're tying.
Okay,
these
so
shoelaces
I'm
together.
going to use my battle axe, and so I need a D8. It's a D8.
Well, first you roll a d20 to see if you hit.
Oh, okay.
Which
And that's damage.
skeleton? Which skeleton are you attacking? The one that killed you in one attack, or the one that was just slashing at Rurik's gut?
I'm going for the one that went after Rurik.
Okay. So roll a d20.
That is an 18.
Okay. By the way, just a reminder, because your characters would remember it, but you might not. These skeletons are animated by gems in the hilts of their swords.
All right.
So if you want to attack those, that will kill the
I
skeletons.
wonder what would happen if we disarm them and then take their swords.
I mean, that's what I was.
The skeleton would start forming at your hand.
I get 2 skeletons.
No, like not like that. It would start like forming with the hand
It
gripping
would take over your skeleton.
I would get an exoskeleton.
Actually, yeah. If you picked up the sword, you would die, and then the skeleton would then the sword would animate your corpse.
Or I get a skeleton around me like a suit of armor.
If you like suits of armor that are constantly trying to fight you to take your sword and also alive.
If I outwill the sword.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
best
so
for the skeleton.
why did you
in a
bring up
game
the
of
whole
wills.
gem in the hilt thing?
Because you're saying you're attacking the skeleton, not the sword. They have separate health things.
Okay. And the sword is the key, so I'm going to attack the sword with my crossbow.
Okay.
Which is a 2d6.
You have to roll a d20 still.
I
Yeah,
did.
you have to
What did you
I got
roll
an
for?
18.
18. Okay, yeah, that's enough to hit it. I don't remember where I put their. I think they had like a. I think I might have had their AC somewhere, but I lost it. But an 18 is good enough, yeah. So now you roll the damage. 2d8.
Is that which one? This one?
That's a d. Yeah, that's a d8.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay.
That is
A 4.
a 4, and
Ow.
you roll it twice. 2d8.
And a 5.
Okay, so you do 9 damage. You take careful aim, and you shoot a crossbow bolt from Annabella, taking out one of your 6. So now you have 5 bolts.
Okay.
Are these special bolts or regular bolts?
Yeah, actually, I think they were. Annabella has been so lovingly handled and crafted by the person before. It actually does do 1 extra damage. So that's a full 10. So you fire it, and it like ricochets off of the gem on the skeleton's sword hilt before it could attack Rurik again, which it was going to just in universe. Not actually, but it bounces off it, knocking the blow off kilter, and it stumbles back. And you hear the gem crack slightly, but not completely break.
Okay.
Nice shot, Leatherman! I'm commentating on this fight because I have nothing to do!
I'll defeat you, He-Man!
I'll help you find my shit, He-Man! Find my shit, please!
I'm Skeletor!
Dorian! And now it is Rurik's turn.
He unties the shoelaces.
Okay, that's your move.
That's your action.
No, I'm not going to make that his action. That's your move. Now, you are in front of a skeleton right now, so he's within your melee range, because he just was cutting you.
And I slash at the hilt of the sword.
Okay?
I got a 14.
That's not going to do it.
I miss.
Okay. So, and next turn, but no. This skeleton, you swing with your battle axe?
Yep.
Lots of axes in this party.
Well, I mean, I'm the axe man.
I'm the
The Axeman. I am the
No,
Axeman.
it's scat, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the point.
I thought you were saying, I thought you were making an ass man reference.
What's that?
Like, I'm an ass man, I'm a boobs man.
Oh, come on.
It's not even a, weird fetish thing. Whatever, we're getting off track again, sorry. But, yeah, so you take a swing at the hilt, but the blow from Amadonus has actually knocked it so off kilter that you miss.
Alright.
You are,
Okay.
Rurik is a little salty.
Yeah, he activates rage.
That's not good. Does that give you an extra attack?
Do I have 2 attacks? I don't have 2 attacks. do
No. Anyway, it's that skeleton's turn, and he, in response, has decided to once again attack you. So, D20... 6.
That
Not gonna work. How do you dodge the attack? Oh wait, there's 2. I forgot.
He says
6 and 2. Okay. While I'm getting some water again, how do you dodge the attack?
he doesn't. He just takes it, but it doesn't hurt him due to his barbarian constitution.
He catches the blade in between
Yeah,
his teeth.
you do that.
Yeah.
Because I'm honestly seeing Barbarian dodging. Sorry if the audio is weird, I'm in the kitchen. But I honestly see Barbarian AC not as literally just taking it as if you're fucking Superman.
Well, that's what it is.
Well,
No, just okay.
Wait, what is AC?
armor class.
I see
Armor
it more as being canny in battle and like knowing when your enemy is moving and being able to move.
That would be like
at least
monk.
roll out of a blow.
That
Like,
would. Cause you see, that would be monk armor class, which is based off of wisdom, because it's like you predict what they're doing.
well, it's not wisdom; it's instinct.
Well,
I'm seeing it as combat instinct.
barbarians just get armor class off of
instinct.
Constitution.
Alright, whatever. Just. I think it's right. I think it's sort of stupid for attacks to sometimes harm you, but other times not.
Well, if I go like meh, and then I go like wham.
But it's a sword.
Did you say meh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Meh.
These skeletons have one setting, and it's skeleton.
I just like the image of this tiny little beard man catching a spooky sword in between his teeth. You're just biting down on it.
Yeah, I try
Make
to
a strength roll to like break the sword.
with my teeth.
Yeah,
That's-
that's something I'd be fine with.
That's a 16.
Ooh. Do you have any bonuses to strength?
I added them in.
Oh.
I always add in my stuff before I
I
start.
always add my stuff.
I too like to
Sorry,
live
listeners,
dangerously.
still in water.
It's okay, we can just,
We'll do random commentary to entertain them.
yeah. So, how about that economy? Am I right?
It was hot and
Your
sunny
control of the
today.
podcast
It
is
was
over.
very warm today.
No, it was for such a short
No,
amount of
we were
time.
doing so well.
Goodbye.
We
Anyway.
increased the viewer rate by 5,000%.
Yeah.
From 0.
Yeah.
So it's 0.
We weren't lying.
5,000% of.
You also
zero
reduced
is
it by
zero.
1,000,000,000%.
We increased it by a bazillion percent.
Anyway, so what did you roll again? 16?
To bite the blade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Break the blade with
Okay,
the
so you catch this blade in your teeth, and I'm giving you this opportunity because I fucking love this idea. And you start twisting your head to like get some torque, and the skeleton is like not whipping it around. You're turning your head slowly like a wrench.
I'm like a dog trying to get a toy.
No, I'm thinking you have turned yourself into a dwarven wrench, and this skeleton is freaking out like,
shit.
What? And you suddenly snap your head at a 90-degree angle, not enough to break your neck, but you do get like a nice crack, and you just
Shatter
the
blade.
top half of the sword. You've reduced the damage. You've made this sword now 1d6.
When the jokes become real.
Well, yeah, this is what I like. This is the ridiculous shit that's awesome. So,
Are the skeletons wearing shoes?
no.
Oh, okay.
Why?
Tie their shoes.
I was gonna tie their shoelaces together.
You didn't see that coming?
Okay, so the next skeleton, the one that killed Amadonus in one blow and doesn't have a broken sword, full sword, he is going to go for Simon,
Okay.
and he rolls 17.
That hits.
Yeah, so 2d6, 4 and 3, that is 7 damage.
Wow!
Ouch.
Now I'm down to 9 health.
Jeez.
Wait, can I get a pencil? Let me just borrow that for a second.
Okay.
So, I'm going to say that you try to dodge a little bit, but you get a pretty good like a slash to your leg.
Oh, gee whiz. I need my legs.
Also, are you guys going to do character voices?
Eventually, when we're speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah. The in-game talk is character voice. What?
He does voices.
Yeah, I do voices when I'm talking in-game.
Yeah, but
when I'm
like
talking,
we haven't done any of this episode.
Well,
man.
we haven't really spoken much.
True.
when I'm talking in meta, that's when I do my regular voice.
Yeah,
Or-
I know.
My secretly not regular voice.
Yeah, Gus has been doing a character voice his entire time.
I
Yeah.
actually sound like this.
I actually
I don't
sound like
always
this.
play
Okay.
D&D, but when I do...
Anyway. So yeah, just Simon. It's actually your turn now because Amadonus shifted in the order.
Wow. What do I want to do? Can I?
You guys, by the way, you guys rested after.
Yeah, I figured. I'm gonna try to. Hold on. What spells do I have?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know. I'll tell you. I'm going to cast. Nah, I'm just gonna fucking hit him with my
Eager blade.
Yeah, with the Eager Blade quarterstaff.
All right.
But I'm gonna like whap him on the wrist with the hopes of severing the hand bones From the arm bones.
Hand bones connected to
Yeah,
the
that's
Okay.
the joke.
arm bones.
Okay, roll.
Okay. So that is that's a 19 to hit.
All right.
And your blade is 1d8. Okay. That's a 5.
All right. You do get pretty deep in there. Like, you actually do knock the hand with the sword off,
Nice.
and it falls for a moment before snapping back to the arm
Oh, gee whiz.
drawn by a magical force. And the skeleton glares at you, and it doesn't like you.
Oh, gee whiz.
Accio sword.
Accio hand.
Technically, more Accio arm. Again, the sword is the being, the skeleton is the vessel. Amadonus, you're up.
Okay.
By the way,
I'm gonna
this is working on heal hurts undead rules.
what?
If you heal the undead, it hurts them because they're going to be less undead.
Okay.
And necrotic damage would heal them.
So I should probably be.
Just consider that.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I'm still working on my character voice. I'm going to.
Please tell me that's not Amadonus' character.
No, that's.
My OOC voice. Out of character voice.
Yeah.
So what if I'm going to ask my traveling companions about a healing ward. I have a healing ward.
Okay.
Would that work to our advantage in this situation?
If you can place it on a skeleton.
Can I place a healing ward on a skeleton?
What does Healing Ward do, Gus?
Healing ward. That spell. Let me just pull out
Go to
player's
that book.
handbook. Healing ward. Let's go to the spell section. Is it ward or word?
Ward. I'm assuming it's W-A-R-D.
I'll raise you.
Well, he has healing word, doesn't he?
Or is it word? Is that what I have? Like W-O-R-D?
There's Healing Word.
Yeah,
Is that
only
a bard
word.
thing?
A creature of your choice that you can see
See
within
within
range
range
regains hit points equal to 1d4 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. This spell has no effect on undead or constructs.
At higher levels.
Okay, just
Not
he's not at higher levels.
Okay.
Would you like to use that on one of the skeletons?
What is it? What was it? I don't understand.
You can see you can see both skeletons, and
Right.
you can cast a healing spell on them
Right.
You're going to heal the skeletons?
Well,
because they're undead, Gus.
because they're
That's
undead.
not
And
how healing works.
He's going on
It's
the rules.
how it works here. Magic's different.
Yeah.
okay, so you're like making that part up.
I am, because I'm
Okay.
making all of this up.
Okay.
This is okay, Gus. It
God
might not
of
be
this
how it
universe.
works normally, but in this setting, healing magic hurts undead, and necrotic
Just
and
like-
magic that does
So
necrotic damage heals.
if they're in a
Like
negative,
an RPG.
they're like in a negative dead
Yes,
situation.
I'm nodding right now to your statement.
Yes.
So if we try to inflict wounds, for example, on them, that would actually give them strength.
Okay, so you know the healing hand and inflict wounds are both melee things where you have two spells. One is a hand, like you touch somebody and heal them. One is you touch them and hurt them.
Okay.
Touch the inflict wounds touch thing. That's gonna heal that would
The
make the
undead.
skeleton stronger.
Right.
Healing
Inflict
hurts
it's
them. Necrotic
heals.
heals them.
Right. It's actually if you add a
Yeah,
negative
yeah,
number.
Oh man, I'm gonna get really confused when I go back to my other D&D game.
But you're not doing any healing magic.
I mean,
All right.
my
It's-
players are.
Okay, well, it's healing magic, not healing potions or anything like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that is literally.
Just throw potions at.
I mean, if you want to do that, but healing potions more just mend the flesh back into its normal shape.
Into the flesh. Okay, so healing word.
Healing word.
What am I
You
doing?
don't have to roll for that because it's target what you see in the area. So, what was the healing? How many dice does he roll?
1d4, I think. Yeah, 1d4 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
Spellcasting ability modifier. Where's that? Speed, armor class.
It's so Okay, so on this page,
Oh,
so your spellcasting ability modifier is your charisma modifier.
is my charisma modifier,
So
which is
your charisma modifier is
1, 0?
okay.
1, it's a 1.
Okay.
Okay, now
Okay.
roll a d8,
D4. you
d4,
said.
1d4
1d4.
plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
That is a
Three.
d6.
Wait,
The d4
I mean,
is
we
the
can
one.
take the 3. We can take the 3.
Yeah, honestly, if it's So
okay.
So-
you are
so it's
doing
a 4.
4 healing. Which skeleton are you targeting? The one with the broken sword that Rurik bit off, or the one that almost killed you instantly?
The one that Rurik bit off. Yeah.
Okay, so
Chip
this
away
is
at
going to
that
do
guy.
damage. This is going to do 4 damage to both. You say your healing. What is your healing word?
My healing word is supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
You don't know what Mary Poppins is.
I
You
don't.
just start saying gibberish, and it apparently works.
Maybe he invented it.
It had to come from somewhere.
Yeah.
All right, you just shout gibberish, and
It's not gibberish.
a glow that has no shape or definite origin or center point just shoots out and travels across the room and envelops the skeleton. And usually when you cast this spell, it is a thing where the person stands up a bit taller or they feel better. This skeleton writhes for a second as the gem on its sword cracks a little more, and it sounds a little bit creakier.
Man, I'm not sure what he said, but he said it loud enough that he sounds pretty precocious.
Anyway, Rurik, it's your...
That's a
Good
reference to the song, Gus.
I've never seen that movie.
Oh, you should. It's pretty good.
How?
Yeah, it's a pretty good movie.
Gus, you are... He's Canadian.
He's
He's
anti-pop
Canadian.
culture.
Okay, Gus has played the entirety of the Witcher series, but he's never seen Mary Poppins.
The Witcher
Have you seen Mary
series.
Poppins?
The Witcher.
Yes! Like 8 times. Okay, we can't do this.
The
Shut up! It's your turn.
Okay, I get in the power stance and just swing at the hilt.
Okay? You guys are are continuing the trend of fuck up one enemy really hard.
21 to hit.
Is that a nat 20 or
No, I got a 21 from a 16.
Okay. So you hit hard.
I'll let you know if it's a nat anything.
All right.
Like a nat
Roll,
1 or...
roll. Roll
What's
damage.
my damage? D12, that's right. I can just look here. 10.
Nice. So you're hitting the gem?
Yep.
So this blow, you don't get it super solid, because the skeleton is still sort of jiggling from the healing word, but you do land a very hard hit, and the gem is extremely cracked now. And the skeleton glares at you.
Critical crack.
And it's the skeleton's turn.
Take that, nerd.
If this skeleton somehow fortuitously escapes this battle, he will be your rival for the rest of the campaign.
I'm fine.
Oh,
He rolled
yes.
a 17.
That hits.
Yep, so 1d6 this time for 5 damage. He just punches you in the nose. And it's not the initial impact that hurts, it's all of his hand bones sort of breaking off and jabbing you in the eyes, and you're like, ugh. It hurt a lot, but you're not
This is a
blind.
minor inconvenience.
Oh, it's a minor inconvenience. Then you swallow one of its pinky bones, you're like, and that's where the damage comes from.
Rurik's pretty much almost died in the war, so he's fine. This is nothing.
Well, yeah, but you do choke for a second.
He's lost his eyes more times than once.
This
These
is his
are
third
my
set of
eighth-
eyes.
This is my 8th left eye and 12th right eye.
Don't you know dwarves regrow their eyes?
Yeah.
No.
They regrow their eyes like hair.
Yeah.
They have to get their eyes cut every few years.
Their eyes get a little too long and they're kind of drooping out, and everybody's like, Anyway, the skeleton, the one that almost killed Amadonus, rolled 2 11s.
Okay.
I don't know who it was attacking, but I don't think that's anybody's AC.
It's attacking nothing.
Yeah, it just sort of it's near enough to Amadonus and Simon that it tries to swing at both of you with each, but it just misses.
Okay.
And that's its entire turn.
Okey
Actually,
doke.
this one starts to move towards the exit.
Okay.
Like you can see it moving towards the other end of the room.
Is this the one that's perturbed at us, or the other
The
one?
one that Rurik didn't bite the sword off.
Okay.
And it is Simon's turn.
Okay. Simon is going to charge the one that's trying to leave, and
Can I cast a spell?
and attempt to tear the gem off of the sword, the hilt of the sword.
All right. What did we do for this? Strength, right?
We did a strength check, a strength roll. Come on, give me an at 20. That's a +2, 18.
That is good enough. You, instead of being like the graceful, elegant, super cool, like swish and flick, rip away, you just tackle it and then
Yeah.
wrestle for a second.
Like,
Okay, last time you fought one of these things, Simon ripped the gem out of the sword with a, I'm pretty sure, like a nat 20 that time, right?
Pretty sure.
Yeah,
It was a
hence
good
the
roll.
swish and flick.
When
Yeah,
God
yeah, like he just
Leviosa.
he napped it and then ripped it away. This is not that time. This time he tackles the
Just fucking
skeleton
tackles it.
and starts wrestling with it, and eventually just rips the gem out, and the skeleton dies.
With his beak.
Do you eat it?
He eats it.
That's not healthy.
Fuck
You're-
you, I do what I like!
You're going to be shitting necromantic energy.
No, he needs to capture all the souls so he can upgrade his eager blade.
Yeah. I need to collect the dark souls.
Well, if you did that with the eager blade,
He has
then
to
you would
activate
have
the fire.
Yeah.
and
He has to link the fire.
link the flame.
I don't-
I have to Dark Souls reference.
Anyway, so Amadonus, it's your turn.
Okay.
There's one skeleton left. It is standing near Rurik. It has a broken sword, and its gem is really fucked up.
I'm going to use my crossbow again.
Okay. So,
What's
roll
the
a
Annabella?
d20. Annabella.
7.
Nope.
Wow.
You
Damn.
load a bolt and take aim, but you didn't pull it back correctly, and the bolt
2.
starts to shoot, but it just falls
I
low.
lost it in the sun.
The bolt?
Yeah.
The
The aim. Lost it in the sun. Okay, go ahead.
You're underground.
Lost it in the dark then.
I have.
You know, the
You
dark
have
sun.
poor eyesight.
Amadonus has his own light.
Nobody's holding a torch up, so that's why you didn't.
Because we're doing this all in the dark.
Yes,
Pitch darkness.
the other two people in your party
I tried my
can
guiding
see in the dark.
My guiding bolt thing.
No, you didn't. You didn't even whatever.
He's just listening to it and firing at the sounds.
Yeah, which is really surprising because you've been doing well with that. But you shoot a bit too low, it bounces off a bone, and just the bolt rolls near you. And you didn't waste a bolt because I don't want to take your 5 ammo.
Oh, you didn't waste a bolt?
And now it's Rorik's turn,
I'm taking that bolt
He's
back.
going for the finisher.
which
That's a 23.
okay. What form does this finisher take?
Amadonus has to take
It's
it.
like a monster hunter attack where you just
Oh my
spin.
god!
Okay, I'm just going to the back.
It's where he swings around and then just slams down on the sword. 4 damage.
I love that Rurik is this fountainhead of big badass movements, and then he flubs the shit out of it. You do this incredibly intense,
Wind up.
You are spinning the axe around yourself. You spin full 360 and then swing up and then bring it straight down, and the skeleton has slightly moved the sword out of the way. You glance off the gem again, and it looks like if you breathed at it wrong, it would break, but it is not broken. And the skeleton stares at you, and it seems flabbergasted, and spends its turn running away the other way.
Nah.
It's running at the way you guys came into the room.
So towards me.
No, the skeleton you tackled is on the opposite side of the room.
Aw, jeez.
So it's just running, and it is your turn, Simon.
Okay, how far away is it from me?
50 feet.
Okay. Let me just, let me find a spell. Let me just,
By the way, even with your rest, you still feel very tired from using prismatic orb or whatever. Chromatic orb.
orb. Okay.
You can't handle another chromatic orb.
I wasn't planning on it. Let me check out these spells that I have in
Okay, just pick a spell.
my
Oh
arsenal.
my god.
I think I
Simon explodes.
choose
Say the fucking spell, Jesus Christ.
magic missile.
Okay.
Magic missile.
Yeah. So let me just roll to make sure that I don't become a potted plant. Oh jeez, it's on the floor.
You become a potted plant.
I'm not a potted plant. It's a 12. We're good. We're still good. We're great. Even. We're fantastic. Alright. So that's a 2.
Yeah, that's enough already. You don't need to
Wow.
roll anymore.
Okay, cool.
Just, you don't even use the whole spell. I'm not even going to make you...
I'll just like flick out a
You just-
little.
You
little
don't even
missile.
use the spell slot for this, because it's a single magic missile. Like, you feel part of the spell
I
slot.
cough. I sneeze. I sneeze and it comes
You-
out my nose.
It's not that easy, but you, like, pretend to, and the magic missile comes from the bottom of your hand and shoots off.
Achoo! That's the sound of
Achoo!
him. That's the sound of him sneezing.
And the magic missile flows from the bottom of your hand and then shoots across the room. As the skeleton just clears the doorway and you see it disappear into the darkness, you hear a loud, you hear a popping noise and see in a flash of light the silhouette of a skeleton clattering to the ground.
Rad.
And yeah, that's it. Battle over.
Rad.
Can
I search for loot?
Oh, well, I guess. Would you like to roll to search for loot?
I roll to loot.
All right.
I roll to search loot. I roll. Oh, geez, that one on the floor too.
Oh my god.
That's a 19.
All right, you find a shitload of bones.
Fuck yeah!
You are Simon. You just are stuffing the vor bag with assorted femurs, cow bones.
Yeah!
There's some rib cages. No vertebrae though.
Can I break the bones open and like eat the marrow inside?
The marrow is 20,000 years old. They are mostly fossilized.
Oh, jeez.
But you also find with a 19, right?
Yeah.
You find like 100 gold pieces. They're
Aw.
really old.
Nice.
They're really old, but they are still made of gold, and
Alright.
you're pretty sure people would accept them.
Okay, cool. Oh, and I go over to fucking
Giant
Rurik.
skeleton. Oh,
I go over to Rurik and I'm like, hey, sorry about tying your shoelaces together. I hope you can. I fucking. Here, take. I was gonna do a bad joke, but I just couldn't think of the punchline, so I give him a knee.
wow!
bone.
You guys really fucked up the whole joke here.
I give him a knee bone.
Good job,
I
idiots.
just give him a knee.
Okay. You
Oh,
can-
oh! I'm gonna take a knee in.
Are you proposing to him?
No, I'm giving him a knee bone. I'm giving him a knee.
But Dorian is asking.
Are we assembling the body?
No.
No.
He just found a bunch of assorted bones. Not like he needs a body with a vertebrae to pop onto,
We'll
and
make
there are
him-
no vertebrae.
Also, I'm
Make
gonna
him
try to
A Frankenstein's monster body of
befriend
skeleton.
the giant cow man again that I completely forgot about until this very moment.
Well, the cow thing you already tried and it didn't work.
I tried to seduce it. I didn't try to befriend it.
Okay.
That is a 15 plus 2, 17.
Still doesn't work.
Ah, gee whiz!
It's very hard to befriend a skeleton.
A cow skeleton. That is also.
Yeah, how?
Cow.
Imagine how hard it would be to befriend a
And a
cow when you
skeleton.
don't have any cud and it doesn't chew things.
Oh man.
It doesn't need to eat anymore, so that's not an in you have.
That would suck.
Yeah, so the cow skeleton thing, the skeleton cow giant skeleton cow, whatever. I don't know what words to use. Just stares at you, and it doesn't work.
Skeleton cow man giant.
Sprob.
Yeah.
It's Sprob. Anyway, yeah, so that's it. That's the end of the fight.
Okay.
Do you guys want to progress?
Sure, I'll progress.
I'll progress. I'm a
Alright,
progressive.
so yeah, my dad is back from his trip. So the next room is,
From his trip abroad.
if I remember correctly, which I do, I always remember everything correctly down to the last detail, which has made my existence a living hell.
Good job.
Fuck you. The next room is going to be some sort of ritual room. Probably not a lot in there. At most, you'll find a podium and, I don't know, very old blood. And
Okay.
as you go in,
A podium and old blood.
as you go in,
It is
you
nothing
see
like what he describes.
you see about 70 corpses.
Okay. Is there a podium at least?
Nope. But in the center of the room is a treasure chest.
How old are the corpses? Also, I go to the
Do they have-
treasure chest.
They're not skeletons, they're corpses, right?
They're corpses, yes. At least at first you think that, but as you step in and jostle one, you see, and it shifts slightly, you see that it has been cut open and the skeleton has been removed.
Okay, I go over to the.
It's a lot of skin.
Okay, I go over to the treasure chest.
Alright, you go to the treasure chest in the room full of bodies that... And you just... What do?
I open the treasure chest and I check out what's inside.
Okay. Inside is what appears to be an extremely rusted great axe. Like, this thing, you feel as if you jostled the chest slightly, it would crumble. Do you do
Did
that?
you say axe?
Yes, but do you jostle the chest slightly?
I don't jostle the chest slightly,
Okay, well, if you did that, it would
Slightly.
crumble into dust.
but I sneeze.
You sneeze while opening the chest, and it jostles a little bit, and the old great axe crumbles. But make a perception check really quick.
Okie doke. I'll have you know I get a +2 to perception. 17.
Alright, that's good enough. In the moment before it falls apart, you sort of see the design and how it was like just how it was made, and it seems really good.
Mm-hmm.
And you just try to remember that for in case you find some sort of blacksmith later.
Okie doke.
So just like add memory of ancient great axe.
Okie doke.
Did I see this axe?
No, unless you came over with him to open it.
I make Eager Blade.
If I had seen the axe, I would have memorized its intricate
I
details.
make
Yeah, actually,
Eager
do you-
Blade look like the axe.
Yeah,
and
you
I show
form
it.
Eager Blade into the design of this axe and show it to Rurik.
That's some fine craftsmanship. Do
And Dorian also sees it because photographic skeleton memory. Yeah, that used to be an Aldemaran battle axe. I'm pretty sure I killed all of them myself.
I don't know what any of that means, except
Well-
for the last part.
Actually, it was an Aldemaran. Battle axe was the race. I'm
Oh.
kidding. I'm fucking with you.
Okie doke.
So,
There's also in this chest a bow, or what used to be a bow. Now it's more of trash garbage.
Uh-huh.
And the last thing inside is a scimitar that looks completely fine.
well,
Okay.
that's suspicious.
It has small edges of rust, but as you stare at it, the rust is appearing then fading, edging on the outside edges of the metal.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
Okay?
For the duration...
Yeah, just you can detect the
Okay,
magic.
yeah.
Actually, when you cast that, you are fucking floored. How do you perceive detect magic? A glow around objects that are magic, right?
If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic. And you learn at School of Magic.
It is like a giant floodlight has just been turned on while you were inspecting the bulbs.
Alright.
You are just fucking blinded for a moment by how much weird magic is in this temple, but after a moment you clear your vision a bit and see that most of it is just sort of in the air. You don't understand what's going on there.
Magical air.
Just weird magical air emanating from a few bricks and also emanating from this scimitar.
Mm-hmm.
It is very clearly magic.
What does it have a School of Magic?
You can tell it's enchanted. I don't know how. It's
Okay.
necromancy.
Okay. Yo, does this shit look familiar? Is it gonna, kill me if I touch it?
Oh, that is interesting, actually. That is a scimitar from the lands of Emrai. I'm pretty sure it's not around anymore.
Alright, you don't have to say words that I'm not going to understand, because it's just gonna go right over my
Well,
head.
that is an important thing, because the scimitars of Emrai are objects that feed off death.
Okay.
So, if they feed off the death, they become sharper and better at being used. But otherwise, they're not much. I'm honestly confused why this one is still intact. Maybe it's feeding.
Okay.
There's been a lot of death here, and there's a big surprise at the end. But outside of the temple, this blade will rust in about a day. Every day that it isn't used to kill something, it's going to rust and become less effective. But it's pretty effective otherwise.
Okay, so what you're saying is if I could find some idiot who doesn't realize what this is, I can sell it for a lot of money.
If you want to give an incredibly powerful ancient magical item to a random Joe for cash, sure.
That sounds like.
I guess you're stupid enough.
Hey, well, I mean...
Okay, just another thing about the scimitar. It's pretty big.
Uh-huh.
And it would be very hard for somebody who was too short to use.
Okay.
Hey. You stop talking.
I just shrugged.
You stop talking, then sort of look over at me.
No, I'm actually looking at my father. I was going to ask, how tall is Amadonus?
He is 6'4".
Okay, yeah. That's about the height that it looks like it was made for.
Okay. Amadonus could say new weapon.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I did sort of add this for him.
He is a dealer of life and death.
Yep.
So, you're 5 foot. You're too short for it.
Okay.
Wow, this armor fits me perfectly.
What?
No,
Because he's an arrogant guy. He's going to think that it would be for him, even though
I didn't say. I never.
Okay, well, Rurik, you see, this sword is taller than you are.
Rurik only uses axes, the finest of axes.
So how do I acquire this thing?
You pick it up.
Give
I'm
it to
going to
you.
pick it up.
You are now,
Write it
you are
down
now
here.
overcome with.
I have a big... what is
ancient
it?
Bloodlust.
I have a big sword.
It's a
Okay,
cool
so
scimitar.
a scimitar.
A scimitar. Oh, that's right.
Now it does 1d8 plus 2.
1d.
Actually, I think it's no. I was gonna have it do a d10 plus
That's a
2.
lot. This is a really good...
It's a really good scimitar,
a really
but
good
that's
scimitar.
only when it's had a fresh kill.
Okay.
So if it hasn't been,
With fresh kill.
but it does for while you're in here or anywhere else that is heavily necromantic or associated with death,
Okay.
it will do this much damage. 1d8 plus 2.
1. Wait. Oh, that's a d10 if it's...
D10 plus 2. Sorry.
No, you said
kinda
1d10.
convoluted.
It is.
Just listen.
You said 1d10 plus 2 if it has had a fresh kill, but without that fresh kill, what is it?
So after a day, it rusts to 1d8, and it reduces by 2 as you go. So 1d8 to 1d6 to 1d4 to 1d2 every day that it hasn't been used to kill.
And then it just falls apart.
Well, no, it will stay together. It is held together by the magic, but you're going to have a tougher time killing something each day.
Okay.
And a kill will only progress it to the next stage of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't kill a rabbit and get it back to super sharp.
A D20.
Well, no, it's...
Okay.
Anyway, that is the Scimitar of Emrai. If you guys would like to make any sort of checks or anything,
Sure.
I'd like that to happen.
What am I checking for?
Just, I don't know, magic.
Okie
Because
doke.
it is pretty magic.
I got
can-
an 18.
That's good enough, actually.
I can detect magic.
For once, he wasn't talking about something that doesn't exist anymore.
Wow.
Emrai is a nation. You guys know about it. Emrai is one of the most ancient parts of the world, and it's off to the north.
Okay.
It's,
We should go there.
well, no,
And
it's pretty...
sell them this sword.
Because I
You also know that they still make these kinds of scimitars, but not with the enchantments.
So we should sell them magic
If
so they can
if
regain the knowledge.
If you did want to do that, it would be a pretty important cultural artifact to them.
And they would regain the lost knowledge of the magics
yeah.
Yeah.
and become...
But,
You know what? Fuck all of this Blackheart King stuff. Let's do that.
Alright,
Let's
well,
just get rich.
Yeah.
Well, okay, just... The nation of Emrai is a desert place, and the people of Emrai are a bunch of giant 6-foot tall beetle people.
Okay.
They are extremely vain,
Okay.
and
They probably think this song is about them.
Mm-hmm.
They're so vain.
Actually, every song that they write is about the writer specifically.
They probably think this song
As a
is
people,
about them.
as a people,
Don't they?
they are.
Don't they?
They also, by the way, they have shimmering prismatic like shells, carapaces,
Yeah.
and each believes that theirs is the most beautiful example of the species.
So they're like-
Usually, when you have a species like this, they would be warring with each other or fighting or trying to prove that they're the best.
But
like
they're too
beholders.
busy looking in the mirror.
Yes, Gus has just held up a picture of a beholder on the monster manual.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the Emrai have become so competitive with each other that they reached almost complete peace within each other, within like their realm. The only conflict really is between if bright rainbow-colored shells are better than like cool prismatic black shells.
Okay.
But yeah, they use 6 of these scimitars.
They hated each
usually.
other so much that they started to love each other.
They were so competitive with each other that they kept advancing and ended up being one of the most prosperous races in the world. They're also extremely good traders. It's hard to barter down somebody who is so full of himself.
I demand
Yeah.
only the finest.
This is ancient magic that you have heard about because it was pretty much how they won most wars.
Has the
Okay.
magic been lost to the ages?
Yeah.
We
All right.
give
So
them this
I
magic.
say, fuck the Blackheart King stuff. Let's go get rich.
Well, you can't do that now because you're still trying to get out of the slave pit.
Okay, but this is our new goal. This is our new.
All right.
Our
I
new,
wonder if the
our new
Blackheart King's
quest.
body would be good enough for the Skeleton Lord.
I mean, what is that?
Fucking.
You keep talking about this Blackheart King
I
guy.
still don't even know.
I
if
saw
I'm
him.
being
I saw
honest.
him in your head. You have a very vague sense of him. Do you guys know who he is?
No.
I do.
I know that he's a
No.
person that exists.
If you know who he is, tell me who he is.
I'm going to kill him with my own blade.
Well, that's not my question, but
I know him
thanks.
well enough to know that he has the
He
secret.
conquered my land, my homeland.
I am liking him more and more.
Okay.
I'll give him I'll give you his body if you wish.
I am into it. We are going to be best friends.
Okay.
I'm going to the my quest is.
If I had thumbs, they'd be up.
I'm like this guy,
What?
like this guy.
Gus is just.
Gus is. By the way, Gus has been spending most of this session reading the monster manual, in between turns.
Just
I mean,
perusing the
he's
monster.
not. Don't worry, audience. He's not using things from the Monster Manual.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not using a single one of those. There's lots of weird, like, there's 80 mimics in there.
What?
There's things that mimic stalactites and mimic carpets.
But
and
they
mimic,
aren't mimics.
And they mimic your left shoe.
They're just animals that evolved to look like stalactites.
I
Mimics
count-
actually just transform into stuff.
Yeah, okay. So, anyway, that's it. That's the end.
Okay.
That's like, you have a scimitar now, Amadonus.
I have the scimitar.
Scimitar of Emrai.
Every
Every day it's not used to kill, it does 2 less damage.
So is that all that's in this room, or?
I mean, if you want some old skin,
You know I do. I start stuffing
Chowing
the
down.
bodies into
Start.
the Vorbag doesn't want that.
Please no.
The Vorbag refuses to open when you try to do that.
Okay.
Anyway.
You start chowing down.
The Eager Blade is into it, though.
Okay.
So-
Let's.
Do you go to the next?
Continue.
Yeah, there's just one door out. This one leads into a more empty room, but in the center is a opaque black box that's glowing slightly,
Okay.
and there's a skeleton wrapped around it.
Okay.
The box is about 6 feet tall, and the skeleton is wrapped around one of the sides as if it had been, and you can see that its legs lead into the box and are fused into it.
Okay.
You only see the spine and the upper half of the skeleton. As you come in, it creaks to life. This thing is like if you went to a carnival that had been abandoned in the 50s and they still had a somehow working fortune teller machine.
Okay.
Is he gonna tell our fortune?
Pay price for thing.
All right.
Okay.
How much?
Lord. Okay, so we tried to make some skeleton merchants, It fucked up, obviously. Look at this thing.
No, it's fine. It's trying its best.
I ask what the price is.
Well, we didn't finish programming it, so...
We're just the necromancers are just
Necromancy is essentially robotics.
just AI.
It's magic robotics.
We couldn't finish the AI. It's
We didn't finish the artificial skeleton intelligence.
Yeah.
Skeletons.
Skeletelligence.
But
ASI.
yes, so we were trying to build a merchant thing for the slaves so nobody had to touch them, but
Wow, that's not okay.
because if we tried to touch them, they'd all gang up and murder us.
Wait, what did he say? I wasn't paying attention.
Okay, basically, this thing is a prototype, another prototype,
Okay.
for a skeleton merchant that would sell commodities and such to the slaves that they owned, as part of their empire,
All right.
so that none of the people who weren't slaves
I
had
wonder
to
how
touch
they would
slaves.
pay them
Wait,
if
why
they
would they-
didn't have
The
any
skeleton.
money.
So
well,
a slave.
they did have some forms of currency.
So slave capitalism.
trying to make the slaves give you money for things.
How would the
What-
slaves get money?
They were paid slightly, but only enough to be able to afford food. If they didn't work, they didn't get money.
Well, if they're paid, then it's not slavery.
So basically,
They
capitalist.
were killed if they
So
left.
basically, they were capitalist slaves.
They were literal and capitalist slaves.
Yeah.
But
So-
the whole idea fell through. This thing...
I wonder why.
This thing doesn't have any idea of value or price ranges or if the thing inside of it even exists.
I tossed the skeleton as
Is there anything inside of it?
The skeleton, with surprising grace, considering the creaky nature of its movements before, snatches the coin out of the air and then slips it into its eye socket. It rattles it around its skull for a moment, and by the way, its gem is on one of its vertebrae. And then it lets your coin fall out of its mouth and nods and does nothing.
I go and pick up the coin.
Okay. You lose 1 gold, you gain 1 gold.
Nice.
So
Can I tentatively reach into the box?
The box is sealed.
Okay.
can we unseal
Can
the
I
box?
tentatively, aggressively try to tear the box open?
Again, it's 6 feet tall.
Just
and
break the
skeleton-
box
and
open.
there's no edges.
Wait, it's a box with no edges.
So it's a
It's just an
sphere?
opaque glass box that is glowing. You can see a faint white light glowing from it.
Can I try to break into the box?
I mean, you can try.
Alright, I'm gonna try to break into the box.
It's glass. Just throw a rock at it.
It's pretty thick.
That's
glass.
a nat 20.
All right, you just run for it and punch it as hard as you can. But as it cracks, the skeleton says, "Price paid," and then opens. It has taken your very good punch to be the price,
Okay, rad.
Hey,
and the thing
I can do
opens, and it's just a completely rotted book. If you
I take
You can-
it.
Okay? You lift it up, but you can feel this thing, and it is so fucking old. If you opened it, it would basically just crumble to dust.
Okay, but I do still have a
Pastry.
Reader's Digestible.
Do you want to use it?
I think I might want to maybe use it.
Okay.
Okay.
So you use it. You place it on it.
Yeah.
It takes the form of... It takes the form of a very small quiche.
Okay.
Quiche Lorraine.
Aren't quiche
It's like a nice
an egg
eggy
That
pie.
doesn't sound very good.
It's
They're actually
they're
pretty
good.
rad.
So
like-
you take a chomp.
I do.
You
Take a
eat
chomp.
it with your horrible bird mouth.
My
And
fantastic bird mouth.
you feel ancient magics flowing into you, and you have just
Ooh.
learned a new spell.
Ooh.
Wait.
It's something called Shunt. That's all you can tell.
Shunter?
Shunt.
Scrunter is the name of the goblin with the meat cube.
And this is one of the first definitely named spells that
So
you can
is
feel.
this a spell that you made up?
Yes.
Okay.
When cast, the user is sent to another plane for 6 seconds, and it can be used at almost any time. But it takes the equivalent of 2 spell slots out of you.
Okay. So it's basically a shitty version of Blink.
but it
But I reappear at the exact same
It
spot.
physically places you in this other place. So
that's-
you aren't like in between planes. You'll go to the elemental plane of like.
Well, yeah, well,
mushrooms.
like the way Blink works is it transports you to the astral plane.
But you could go to other planes with this.
Okay,
What
do I get
works?
to choose the plane, or is it just a
Well,
random plane?
Dorian actually says, "What was that? I recognize the dough thing. I made those. They were old when I was old. But what did you get out of that? I don't remember putting a book in
It
there."
was like a fucking spell. It was the shunt.
Okay, yes, I get that. What was it?
The shunt spell.
Lords.
There is a lightning bug in the room.
Oh. Sorry, listeners. There's just a lightning
There's a lightning bug. It's a friend. There's a friend. We've made a
Some
friend.
Should we catch him and let him go outside?
Yeah,
Free the bug.
yeah, somebody...
I can do that.
Let me
Yeah. So, while we're dealing with that, Dorian sort of falls quiet for a moment and says, "You should only cast that if you're extremely, extremely, extremely sure you're about to die."
So most occasions.
I mean, yes, I guess, but
So all occasions.
Yeah.
it's